What story shall be sung today? One can never know how the melody might sound. Our adventurers have already begun to pluck the strings of their story, and their combined composition is unfolding like a road before us.
As soon as Cazamir took us out of the Naramont Society, I found an alley and threw up. What Fiora asked us to help with was crazy, and also I guess I helped release a god of pain and suffering, so fuck. So while I was regaining my composure, Cazamir started checking in with the Fated Fates. One actually asked him how he was feeling, even though Cazamir was trying to ask us what we were feeling, and Cazamir said he was troubled. Then he apologized to Wash for calling him Felix, and said he didn't know he wasn't supposed to use his real name. He told Terrence that he should experiment with being Terry in a calm situation instead of just when we fight, and in typical Cazamir fashion, when he tried to talk to me, he stressed me out even more. And when he saw Shay lurking in the shadows, he just moved back up to the front with Issa. Issa asked him why he hadn't told Fiora about Balthazar's undead army, and he told her that she wouldn't be able to handle it right now, but he thought that Issa could. He thought that we could handle that information. And then he said whatever attacked Ponte did it on his birthday, and he still feels like a child, caught in the middle of his older siblings, and he doesn't want to make them angry if he can avoid it. And then we got to the restaurant moments by the pyre. We sat in a large circle booth, and Cazamir said the space was for us to express concern and such, but no one felt like talking. Terrence told one his plans to test out Terry before excusing himself to the bathroom to take a serum. When he returned as Terry, he was much calmer and seemingly enjoyed his time while Cazamir explained that Terry could be used outside of violence. And then they ran some experiments in the middle of a restaurant while one observed with a notebook. Cazamir left the table to let us talk amongst ourselves, and we just kind of talked in circles about our many, many patrons and who we actually serve. And no one wants to kill a god, but it's safer to work with Fiora instead of against her, right? Issa eventually followed Kaz to the bar, and the two talked about the morality and logistics of what would happen if the Fairfather was to die, and about other god stuff. Issa pointed out that it seemed like Cazamir was stuck between his two older siblings' wants for vengeance against what happened to Ponte. Cazamir agreed, saying he did sometimes feel lost, but no matter what, he wanted to keep his family he had. As dinner wrapped up, Cazamir explained that Fiora and Seraphima had gotten us a keep in the third to be our home. It was called the Pale Keep, which Terry called the White Castle, so that's what we're calling it, the Pale White Castle Keep. Cazamir left us saying he'd return soon with a job from Fiora. As we all got settled in our rooms, Wash and I did a bit more of our reading lessons before I went to the courtyard to apologize to Shay for my involvement with the Dark Root Diamond, since that seemed to upset her. We kind of just fought it out. She definitely gave me a few scars from her dagger, but I guess we're fine now, I guess. Shay then turned to One and asked, "What does the name Adelaide mean to you?" I'm not looking forward to this argument.